Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kusogrand8, the bad video game tournament. It's time for us to move over. Oh my gosh. I'm just looking at the players are still talking about the last game and how stupid some of the manual was. Like the fact that controls were listed in multiple places. Oh, Data East, you are a nightmare. A beautiful, terrible nightmare. Crappy, honestly, I need you to help me wake up. Please, Crappy, what can you do? Take me past my boyfriend to the game reveal for game number 2. Yeah, we've got 4 matches today, everybody. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. Oh. So let me go ahead and look into the ether. Who do we have? I see something round. Something very round. It's too round. Why is it round? Oh, I know why. It's Shambles. Shambles, come on in. Give me a game. Give me a game. You're the Shambles man. Give me.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Shambles. How you doing?
I am doing all right. I am just kind of excited for today's match and all the other matches. I have started a theme, so we will get to see what that theme is after we finish our little preamble talk.
Yeah. Nah. It's not a werewolf game, is it?
It's not a werewolf game, but it is similar. You know, today is Father's Day for those out there who celebrate. For those who don't worry. This game has nothing to do with Father's Day.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. If somebody messages me and says Happy Father's Day, I'm like, what are you talking about? Stop it. Go away.
You should just say Happy Father's Day to somebody every day.
No,
so that way
never.
You have.
I don't think I'm a father.
Well, you don't have to be a father to say Happy Father's Day.
I mean, no. But if somebody says it to me, I'm gonna be upset. Okay? I don't have Babby. Where Babby? Not in my house.
Well, there's Babbies everywhere.
What?
There are Babbies everywhere.
I'm gonna choke on my water. How about you just reveal the game?
All right. Well, we have a classic that hasn't been on here. If anybody's seen GDQ, you may have seen this run. It is Animorphs Shattered Reality for the PS1.
That's right, everybody. You might be out of the werewolf territory, but we still have the animals here. Yeah, it's Accidental Furry Day, everybody. Well, the players are gonna have 4 hours. No, they won't. There are 4 players. They have 1 hour to try to make as much progress as they can in the game. Whoever does takes the victory. Whoever doesn't won't take the victory. Yeah, they'll get 2 points. To get out of round 3, the players do need to get a total of 19 points. So, do you know how many people are getting eliminated due to this game?
So this is a 9/10 point match, so 3 of our players are going to be eliminated via Animorphs Shattered Reality today.
You know, my reality hasn't been shattered. I'm just celebrating here. Oh my gosh, this is hideous.
This is a video
so
game.
So excited.
And so I did lock character choice. So there are 4 characters to choose, and it doesn't really matter what character they picked, from what I could tell from playing the game myself. But I just wanted to lock in one singular character, and they found a character that has a very great description. She is brave and adventurous, and is always ready for the next Animorphs mission. Her parents are divorced.
I shouldn't laugh. Okay, that's the description. That's what we get.
There's more, but that's just kind of the most important part of her character description.
Okay.
So our players will all be playing Rachel. Her Animorph is the bear.
Right.
So she will change into a bear, and we'll see how that plays out.
Is this music? I don't think I like it. But I could also just, like, I don't know. After the alarm music from the last game, maybe I'm a little bit prejudiced when it comes to how good the music needs to be for me to enjoy it. Animorphs Shattered Reality. It looks like everybody is just about ready to begin. Let me go ahead and check with the players to see if they are good to go. Oh, only one person is moving on? My gosh.
You know, I will say, after playing this game a little bit, it's not as bad as the reputation it gets, especially with other Animorphs games. I think this is the best Animorphs game they've made. It's not great, but it is very playable.
That's great. Hey, everybody, we have a playable game today. Who would have guessed? Happy Kusogrand8, everybody.
It's better than some of the other games, you know, that are maybe not playable that have been on this channel.
Well, you know what? All of the players are ready to begin, and based off of this music, I want to get moving as soon as possible because this is kind of crispy. So let's go ahead, chat. Spam all of your best animal emotes, okay? All of your animals. Especially if you've got bears. What else would be appropriate?
Yeah, animals, aliens, because this is an alien invasion.
Yeah.
Just any kind of environment, construction equipment at some point.
Yeah, spam, because as soon as we see a movement in the first level, we will start the timer. Oh, Rachel time.
Yeah, this game also has loading, so we'll see a lot of loading.
Oh,
there we are.
that
Yeah, so
walk
this
cycle.
Yes. So this is a platformer, and at this point it is a 2D platformer, but it will be 3D. So we have our first bear transformation. The bear transformation is over.
Oh, well, good.
There are very sectioned portions of this game where you have to transform into an animal to fight a thing, and it goes pretty quickly most of the time.
I'm not getting squished. Well, I'm glad that she is so confident. I would get squished. Oh no, nervous. Got hurt by the spikes, but not a huge deal. Now, everybody, if you would like, go ahead and use your channel points to predict who's going to be the victor between Darkslash, Curies, Nervous, and Ski Hat Ducky. Honestly, I like duckies with ski hats, but I have no idea who is going to win.
Yeah, as you heard, so our characters do have Gex syndrome, so they will start saying things that are commentary about the game and the environment, and also about your playstyle at some point. If you happen to die a lot, they will be like, "Ah, come on!" when they respawn.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes. So, like, I think maybe we'll hear it on Darkslash's?
Nope.
It's like, it happens.
Yeah, I believe you, okay? I'm not a hater, I'm a believer.
I'm not a hater yet.
Yeah, I do recall seeing this run at GDQ, by the way, and it was hilarious. Just every transformation, you look so silly. Roar! So, I would ask why this belongs on Kusogrand8, but I don't need to. I think everybody already knows. What's going to be the main challenge for the players?
So there are definitely spots where when you try to make jumps, it doesn't look good in that sense, where like you will continuously fail a jump despite the fact that you think you should be getting it.
Okay.
And you have, it's very easy to just kind of sink lives into jumps like that, especially like at respawn points.
Okay.
And at some point, the enemies you fight in these very short, like, I'll call them beat 'em up sections, they will start blocking. You don't have a block button.
Well, why would you have a block button? Bears don't block.
So if you don't figure out how to actually fight things that can block when you can't, you will just end up losing the damage battle because they will be able to outdamage you.
Okay. That makes sense. Not the best, but it'll work. Yeah, learning damage races, oftentimes in PlayStation games, they start off a little bit easier and you can just damage race stuff, but once you get to the point where the game starts fighting back, where it starts punishing you for trying to go fast, that's when you need to start taking your time and learning how to play the game, which isn't going to be immediate. You don't, honestly, you look at this, you jump over lasers, great. You don't have to be a mega mind in order to do that. Just...
Yeah, but it's very easy to just misjudge a jump in this game, because you do have physics. There's going to be a part where they'll be jumping off of moving platforms, and you maintain your physics. You wouldn't expect that, so it throws you off, which will make you, lose a life pretty easily.
Yeah, I can. Stop yelling at me, Rachel. Dark Slash, you can do this, okay? Spinning gears.
Insane!
She just yell insane?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Have you not seen spinning gears before? They are pretty insane.
Not this big. I've never jumped across gears. I mean, it happens in video games, but not in real life very often. But I'm also not an Animorph fighting aliens, Maybe this is how aliens live their lives.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a few game completions today, because this game isn't terribly long.
Okay. Yay. There's hope, everybody. There's hope for the players. Actually, 3 out of 4 players should be getting eliminated, I believe, due to this game. So if we do have a completion, that is a victory, but I am more than happy to let everybody else keep playing for a little while to see if they are also able to clear the game. We've got 2 players already into the lava section. Scary.
Yeah, so these first opening stages aren't terribly difficult. It looks like... yeah, most of our players are going to get to at least the next stage, and pretty quickly. It's when we start getting into the ice physics level and the construction zone is where the platforming kind of really starts taking its hike.
Yeah. Piece of cake. I know, that fight took 2 seconds, Rachel, but that's because you were a bear. If you tried to fight as a human, you would have died. Well, I do want to thank the referees for helping to track this match. We do have Nakarashi can turn into a squirrel. That's pretty cool. Buster Curry turns into a red panda. Heck yeah. Bees Louise morphed into super werewolf somehow. It was because of the blue and the red W's, I swear. And then Dobby. And finally, Dobby turns into an elf. Who would have guessed? Finally, Clades can turn into a lanky, mostly hairless ape. That's just life. That's called puberty.
Bro, what animal would you turn into?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I think I've thought about this a lot, and I still would go with some sort of feline. First off, if you're a normal-sized cat, if I were a normal-sized cat, people would give me food, and they would treat me nice. If I were a giant cat, then I could claw their face off. Yeah, either way, it's a win-win.
And there is Dark Slash finishing the first stage. So all of that was stage 1. Oh, no, not yet. There's still more to this stage. There are all these subsections within the stages.
Hope Rachel, don't get hurt by the alien bugs.
Ooh, wow, Dark Slash. We have 2 players now onto these volcano jumps. Dark Slash did those no problem, so we're going to see how our other players deal with them. Nervous looks like getting through.
question about those jumps, because 3D platforming in the PlayStation era wasn't good. But some games had a little bit of a correction for the jump so that you didn't have to be completely precise. Is there any auto correction in this, or is it just all skill, all you?
I think it is all skill from what I could tell. I know I had to judge based off of the shadow, which thankfully this game does give you a shadow underneath your character so you can at least judge where you're going to land. But there are times where you just miss jumps because of just how it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
No sweat.
No sweat. Well, if you do not know the Animorph story, everybody, it is a little more complicated than just teenagers turning into animals. Here is from the manual. Earth is being invaded by a slug-like race called the Yeerk. These evil aliens have been making their way across the universe, taking control of any race they encounter. The Yeerks are conquering humans by entering the ear and taking over their minds, making them controllers. Oh no, they go in your ears? I don't like this. Okay. Another race of blue centaur aliens called Andalites have been trying to stop the Yeerks' conquest throughout the universe. The Andalites have the power to morph into any animal they touch. A dying Andalite arrived on Earth and gave this power to 5 teenagers because he was stupid. No, who now call themselves the Animorphs. So there we go. They're aliens that crawl into people's ears and start controlling them, and then we've got 5 teenagers in charge of saving the universe.
Yeah, just like any good war.
Not again.
Yeah. Oh, apparently, Visa 3, the only Yeerk to take control of an Andalite, leads the invasion of Earth. In his evil pursuit, Visa 3 has gained control of a weapon powered by a continuum crystal. This is all just sci-fi BS, I swear.
Yeah, it's all gobbledygook science stuff that's supposed to, enthrall the minds of preteens reading it.
So blah, blah, blah. The weapon exploded. Crystals went all over the Earth. And there's a rift in the space-time continuum, shattering reality. That's why it's called Shattered Reality. Whoa. Okay. Makes sense. You must help the Animorphs and a young Andalite named Axe to battle against Visor 3. Is that Axe Battler, then? Sounds like it. And the entire Yeerk-controlled invasion force. The goal is to gather the pieces of the Continuum Crystal to attempt to restore reality and stop the Yeerk's invasion of Earth. The fate of the world is in your hands. Okay, I don't care. World can explode. I wouldn't know. I'd be dead. I'm not really...
I mean, maybe our current life is being, saved by teenagers as we speak.
Whoa.
I hope not. I really hope not. Like, they should just be going to school and doing stupid stuff like hanging out in parking lots,
All right, so Darkslash has officially finished the first stage and is moving on to the next stage, the C, where we have transition stages, where it's not platforming anymore. It's, I guess, racing stage?
Oh, she's a dolphin now. Yeah, that's the thing about the Animorphs. They can turn into any animal that they have touched. So at one point, she touched a dolphin, I guess.
Yeah, and they have to do it in a certain time limit, or they're stuck as that animal forever.
Yep, which is actually one of the major plots of a very disturbing character arc throughout the novels. I know this because I read the Wikipedia page about this character, and it is wild, some of the stuff that happens. I'm like, how can you put that in a book for teens? But then I'm like, you know what? Teens are dealing with stuff like this. It's just nobody wants to talk about it because it feels like it's not appropriate for teens, but they're dealing with it.
Yeah, this is where a lot of formative years were made, reading Animorphs books. It's how we've learned the horrors of life through Animorphs.
I never actually read very many of them. Like, I got quite a few of the Animorphs books, but I didn't read them.
Oh yeah, I think I was the same way. I had them mostly as a status symbol amongst my friends. It's like, look, I have the one where she's turning into a jaguar on the cover.
Oh, yeah. I bet you had the tiger poster, too.
I didn't have a tiger poster.
Dang it.
I wish I did.
Yeah, and per Wolf, the books are all available for free, so y'all can read them. And honestly,
that is the next Kusogrand8 match. We're going to have a book report match where you have 1 hour to gain as much Animorphs knowledge as possible. And then for the remaining hour, we will quiz you on Animorphs lore.
What is this, Taskmaster? What are you doing?
Yes. I mean, isn't Kusogrand8 just Taskmaster, but just in hour chunks?
In hour chunks, and the task is pretty much usually the same. Play a video game. I have seen every episode of the UK Taskmaster, and most of them twice. Because it's something that I love putting on in the background, and then I get to hear the British people say funny things, and I laugh.
Highly recommend. All of the episodes are on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. And
so you
also
have
the
no
Australian
excuse.
The Australian series is amazing. The New Zealand series, a lot of people love it. I don't love it as much, but it's okay.
I think the second season of the New Zealand Taskmaster is one of the best seasons of Taskmaster, period.
It's pretty good. It's honestly pretty good. I just don't like the co-host as much, but he improved in season 2.
Yeah, the Taskmaster assistant is great in the New Zealand one. I think just the actual Taskmaster could use some work.
Yeah.
But anyway,
well,
Animorphs.
Yeah, Animorphs, not
Taskmaster.
Taskmaster.
Is on the picnic level, where we have Weird Gates, the Geneva Convention breaking Red Cross, and now we have some of our challenging levers. So
Going up.
a lot of these platforms are going to see, they're going to be moving, and you're going to withhold your momentum on them. I think it's not maybe this level that Dark Slash is on, but the next one. But
I really enjoy Dolphin level, aka Let's Make Sushi. These spitting fans are just murdering Rachel.
yeah, they're not kind, and it looks like Ski Hat Ducky had to start over. I think she game overed with some of those jumps. So she hasn't learned the actual true terribleness of this game, which you would think a PS1 game would have fixed this by now. The game auto-saves your current lives. Sorry.
Okay.
When I say she, I'm looking at Rachel, the character.
I'm looking at Rachel the bear. Rawr, rawr. Oh no! I think Dark Slash is fighting a Hork Bajir, or whatever crap they're called. Hork? What a wonderful alien name. Like, here's the deal. 50% of Animorphs sounds like very generic. Like, oh, there are these teenagers who turn into animals. Generic. And then you get freaking Hork Bajir, aliens crawling into your ears and taking possession of you, and you're like, what did I get into? This is nuts!
Yeah, it is wild, the lore.
Oh, here comes the log!
So when I played this, you could just damage boost the water. You can just walk directly up.
Yeah, but that is always...
These are some eager beavers.
Then again, eager beavers? Shut up, Rachel. Okay, you're starting to annoy me now.
Well, it's Gex syndrome. Rachel has to comment what's happening, or you don't know she's experiencing it.
Yeah, I actually kind of prefer that they put all of that effort into it. As much as I want to make fun of her, I appreciate it.
And I think all the characters have unique things they say. So it's not like all 4 of them are saying, it looks like we've got some eager beavers.
No, one of them's probably like, would you look at that? Or another
Ooh,
one is like, I'm going to write that down in my log. You know.
I'm lumbering forwards.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I was going to say something about pining, but, like, that's not... No teenager is going to say that.
Maybe a 1920s teenager.
Can you imagine Animorphs in the 1920s? That would have been amazing.
I'm picturing it, and just like I feel like they wouldn't pick interesting animals for some reason.
I decided to turn into a slug. Just like the aliens. Now they can't tell me apart, eh? Probably actually the best decision, but stupid. I turned into a sloth. Watch me slowly crawl across this ravine. Very slowly.
Okay, so like, what if you turned into a worm, but one of those worms where like if you
turned into a worm.
would you still let me GM if I were a worm, Prosentia?
Do I know if you're a worm? That's the do I know it's you?
I mean, I think you'd instinctively know.
Would I? Okay, if so, are you, as a worm, are you capable of choosing video games? Like, do I just put 2 games in front of you and you crawl on to the one that you want? If so, sure, you can be a worm GM.
All right, that's good. Okay, back to my original question before I went with the meme. So you're a worm, and
Okay.
like, you know how some of those worms, like if you cut them at a certain point, like they'll grow into another worm.
What are you, evil?
Well,
Okay.
well, what if you animorphed into a worm, and you got cut in half, and then 2 of you formed? Would you essentially have multiplied, or would one of them stay a worm
Clone
forever?
abilities. Oh, Shrambles. That or what I just... I like this. I like where you're going with this. I feel like I would want to make sure I stayed a worm until I grew my other halves. And that might be too long. I might be in worm form for too long and be 2 worms forever. And I'm not sure if I want to do that.
Yeah. I don't know the exact time limit that was Animorphs. In this game, it looks like it's like 2 or 3 minutes long, which I feel like there's not enough time to actually do anything as an animal in that time span, especially if you're like tasked with saving the world.
Okay, apparently it's 2 hours. You have a 2-hour time limit. Can I grow the rest of my worm body back in that amount of time? I don't know.
Okay, so here are the jumps that Dark Slash is on, that like you keep your momentum, but it makes it very hard to actually judge where you're actually going to land.
Actually, okay, another question for you, Shrambles. Maybe I could turn back into a human and have half my body and then turn right back into a worm for another 2 hours. Maybe I just keep swapping back and forth until I grow enough of my body back.
Yeah, is there... I wonder if there's a grace period for Animorphs. Like, as soon as you, like, turn back, can you just immediately go back into animal form? Or do you have to, like, reset it?
I'm taking a look. I looked up the time limit, and I'm seeing Reddit posts like, theory of morphing, the 2-hour time limit explained. Morph time limit is bullshit. I'm sorry for the swear there, everybody. But I'm quoting Reddit, okay? I love that people are like, no, it's stupid. It's stupid. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, I'm sorry, but do you know, you can't have unlimited powers. Sometimes you only have 2 hours where you can be an animal.
Okay, be even more careful.
It's just true.
So we have 3 of our players on this section of conveyor belts and moving vine platforms. And I understand why this is not... this is bad platforming.
Wee! Wee!
Because like you can't, like, the conveyor belts are also just super weird, where like if you're at the edge of a conveyor belt, you will get your normal like inertia when you jump, but if you're in the middle of the conveyor belt, you have like the enforced inertia, like momentum of the conveyor belt.
I
just
like
odd.
how intense this music is, though. It's so good. I'm stressing. I also like that Ski Hat Ducky is like, why are they not diagonally placed talking about something that was happening before? And honestly, I'd say, why is anything placed the way that it is? This isn't... Well, then again, it was designed by aliens. This is probably how they live. Can
Yes,
you imagine
aliens as in
living in this place?
infogrames.
Oh,
Those
you just
aliens.
spoke my language, baby. Infogrames.
I just
aka the
assumed you
best
knew it was
grames.
infogrames, so that's why you were saying they were aliens.
I think I did, but I forgot. Oh my gosh. Animorphs. Shattered. Oh. Not Shattered Realty. That's a different thing.
That's a different Animorphs game. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah, it's like this. It's like The Sims, you know. Except you can turn into a bear and maul your family.
You can maul the person who lowball offers your home. It makes
Honestly, that
negotiating
would really
really
improve
easy.
the housing market. I gotta be honest. Okay, so taking a look at this, it was published by Infogrames. There we go. That's why this game is playable. It wasn't developed by Infogrames. And by playable, I mean, like, comparatively. Like,
They got
it's-
their hands on it, which means they got some of the infograminess on it.
yeah, I mean, everybody has to wipe their hands every once in a while on something, and it just turned out it was Animorphs this time. Rather, it was developed by Single Track Entertainment Technologies, and that company made other things like Twisted Metal, Twisted Metal 2, Warhawk, Outwars, Road Trip. This was their last game.
Oh, Dark Slash. Okay. Dark Slash was worried for a moment. They got to the end of this section with an arrow that was just pointing down, and they couldn't figure out where to go.
Do you have to go down?
Here.
You do have to go down, but like towards the camera. And so I think that is the end. So that is the end of the second stage, if we're not counting the transition period one. But this is the best song in the game. If we have Dark...
We do.
We have... Okay.
Yeah, we're listening to Dark Slash. We'll see how this music sounds. Ski Hat Ducky is at a screen that says the entrance. Is that the next level?
So the entrance was the first level. The C is the next one.
Oh my gosh, Dragonfly music. Okay, I like this.
It's very good.
Yeah, speaking of that, Sandra E. Geary is the one who worked on the music, sound, and video direction. Not the sound designer, though. One of the main designers was Jaron Tolman. Sandra worked on other games like Looney Tunes Racing, Jet Moto, Outwars. Not a whole lot of games, but Jaron worked on a bunch of the Disney Infinity games, it appears, as well as Frogger Beyond. Heck yeah, you know that's good stuff. TMNT, Mutant Melee, I see Top Spin 2, Disney Epic Mickey, which I
So I'm just
was
rocking
good,
out to
right?
this song. This song is so good.
Yeah, get ready for DMCA. No, JK. I don't think that's gonna happen, but this is good.
Like, this is the most like early 2000s song I can think of, because it has like the synth beats. It has this like someone like that sounds like they're singing in an echo chamber. that's like trying to emulate like 80s music.
Oh, this is amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, huge props. Huge props.
Huge proops.
Huge proops to everybody. Proops. Everybody give those proops.
Oh, and that looks like a game over for Keyrise? How do I say that? I looked it up, and I still can't say words correctly.
It's all right. I just said proops. You're fine. I would say Curies, although it could be a Curise.
All right, yeah.
I asked people for pronunciation, and they probably told me. Let me see. Do I have pronunciation guide here?
Well, regardless, it looks like a restart. So back to the beginning of the stage here, which a lot of these stages are very long. So it is just a pain to game over. And something that they may have noticed is that their lives are saved to the account. So if you complete a level with 1 life left, you only have 1 life for the rest of the game.
Well,
provided you
less proops then.
Less proops.
Yeah, I looked, and Curies did not give me a pronunciation guide after submitting to Kusogrand8, so I can literally say whatever I want. I could say, hey, the pee-pee poo-poo man doing fantastic, and I pronounce it right.
I mean, I'm not sure if Curies is going to enjoy being referred to as the pee-pee poo-poo man.
I would like to be the pee-pee poo-poo man. Come on, that would be great. Who's coming to visit the pee-pee poo-poo man? Everybody laughs, and I show
All
up.
right. If someone else isn't already typing this, I want to be the pee-pee poo-poo man.
Well, I give you huge proops for that. I want to be the pee-pee poo-poo man. Come on.
But yeah, so Dark Slash onto these ice levels. Yes, there is ice physics. And there's this jump. This jump is bad.
Yet, what? Okay, Dark Slash made it. Made the impossible jump. The jump. The impossible jump. Then transform into a bear and maul a bunch of space aliens.
I mean, yes, the impossible dream was about turning into a bear and mauling your enemies.
To be
That is
fair,
what
Don
Cervantes wrote
Quixote
about.
could possibly have had that freaking fever dream as well, like
Bear of La Mancha.
the Bear of La Mancha. I am I, pee-pee poo man, the Bear of La Mancha.
It's not Sancho. It's Pee Pee Poo Poo Man. Bear and Pee Pee Poo Poo Man in Bear of La Mancha.
I'm poo poo pee 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 poo poo. How old am I? I'm 38. Shambles, and I'm sitting here on twitch.tv saying pee pee poo poo.
To Man of La Mancha music. You won't get high quality entertainment like this anywhere else.
Oh, thank God. Oh.
Also, I love this image of a bike in the background of Dark Slash's screen. It's just an advertisement for another bike game, but it doesn't have any identifying information. It's just a picture of a bike.
I mean, honestly, sometimes all you need is to remember that bikes exist. Sometimes I forget. See one on the streets and I freak out. Whoa! Oh no, we've got the snowballs with, like, actually, that looks like it's probably cookie and cream ice cream. You can tell from the little chocolate chips in it.
The little chips, yeah.
I want to eat it. Oh no, Rachel! Stop sliding! Oh, you're so... How are you not dead?
Dark Slash is just getting really good with these ice physics. I think maybe learned from the momentum of the swinging vine platform level.
The bear is just sliding all over the place now. The flailing. Oh, look at him go. Look. I mean, look at her go. Look at her go. Come on. Oh, the alien. The scuba diving alien, whatever the crap it is. I don't even know.
It's like a stickman alien, like.
Slenderman before he got scary. He's like, I'm gonna try scuba gear. Like, no, that didn't work out. You know what? I would say at this point, Dark Slash has a very strong lead. Oh, Nervous missing the jump that Dark Slash got on the first try.
Nervous isn't that far behind, and there's definitely going to be some platforming that it could be the equalizer. So this match is far from over. I mean, we still got 25 minutes left, so it's quite possible to see the catch-up.
Ketchup. Oh no! What?
This will take some skill.
This'll take some skill? It takes jumping.
I mean,
Oh,
I
wait,
don't think-
Hater!
have you seen how high video game characters can jump? I
Honestly,
can't jump even close to that.
pretty much every video game, except for RPGs, every video game character can jump higher than me. In RPGs, a few of them can, but most can't.
Yeah, famously, the Dragoon can jump really high.
Yeah, but no, if I, like, honestly, slap me into a game, you put a very little fence in the way, I'm not getting across that. I know, it's like a foot high. Maybe if I, like, you know, stretched a little bit, I'd be able to step over it without any problem, but even that would intimidate me these days.
I mean, I'd find these branches are so bad. Dark Slash has fallen through like 2 of them already.
Thank you for resubscribing, Huge Proops. What
Huge Proops. Huge Proops to Huge Proops for subscribing to Brosette.
Not again.
Not again!
There we go. There's the not again. Having to do this jumping sequence over.
Oh, my chair! Oh, I think my chair is breaking. I'm gonna start crying. This is only the second match. What am I gonna do today? What is even gonna happen in the future?
Well, thank you, Implied Kappa, for gifting a sub to Proops Gamer.
Why do we have Bruce Gamer?
And there's some of those ice physics stats. Oh, and Nervous is on Last Life.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the next game that's coming up, and I don't even know what the name is just based off of these images. I'm not completely sure. Oh, Horrific, thank you for resubscribing and not being a huge proof. Oh. Okay. I can get back to doing commentary in a second. I just need time to recover mentally.
I'm losing it because you're losing it, Perception. So we're at the subway level for Dark Blade. We have these kind of like the box platforms that if they're at an angle, it actually does push you off. So you need to kind of resist that. That's another game over for Caruze. And that is a game over for Nervous. So that's gonna, as long as Darkblade can get through this level, that's gonna be a very commanding lead.
Uh-oh. Come on, Rachel. Mullen, you're a bear. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it in Kusogrand8. You roar and you swipe, you roar and swipe. That's how my mom uses social media. Roar, swipe, roar.
Darkblade, you just gotta jump in. You gotta believe in it. Waiting for a platform. There we go. I think there's just one more section of this specific level.
Looks like Brat Central Station.
Good commentary, Rachel.
Yeah, she only has the best things to say. Ugh. I mean, that was a pretty big jump. I'd probably do more than grunt, and I'd be like, ah! My leg! My leg! Actually, after almost every jump in this game, that's what I would be yelling. Okay. This subway doesn't appear to be very operational.
No, it looks a little crashed. Well, that's the aliens. The aliens are really doing big damage to the environment.
I just thought they weren't good at driving in the subway. Like, yeah, if you need a subway driver, do not ask an alien.
Yeah, E.T. phone home. That's why he crash landed on this planet in the first place, because of his terrible driving skills.
Well, I mean, he's a botanist. Why are they letting the botanist drive? I'm sorry that I know the ET's profession, everybody. I'm just that cool.
All right, so this is the last animal movements level in the game. You are now a bat flying through the subway.
Aw, I like it. Ah, oh no! The subway is fighting back! New York, am I right?
Hey, I'm flying here.
Hey, I don't know what the bats are doing here. Someone get rid of these bats. No, what was that? Ugh. Never have me. Yeah, never.
No, do it again. Just take it from the top. Nobody heard the first version.
You know what? We can just let's table it. Let's scrap it. We can. Let's perform something else. Let's go back to Man of La Mancha, please. Oh my gosh. Curie's finally got to learn about beavers, then died.
I mean, what would be the equivalent windmill that are the giants in Bear and Pee Pee Poo Poo Man?
I haven't seen anything that makes me think of... I mean, I think it's the subway.
It's just a giant subway?
It's a giant... Well, the subway car, you know.
No, just the franchise Subway.
Oh my gosh. Those footlongs.
It's just a giant Subway sandwich they think is a snake.
Stab it, meatballs come flying out, and they're like, I know it's gory, but you gotta get the job done. Oh no, Bat, get out of the spider web. What kind of spider lives here?
I mean, the bat should be able to fit through any one of those spider holes. Probably a bat is going to be strong enough to break a spider web.
I don't know about a spider web that big and thick, though. We're not talking about normal size strands of spider web. This is giant spider silk. Oh my gosh. Shrambles at my university, they actually did experiments and did crossbreed of goats and spiders, and so they had spider goats here.
How is that even possible?
It's not as cool as it sounds. They just produce silk inside the milk, which is also really, really gross.
Oh,
But,
gosh.
It was a method of producing spider silk at a greater quantity, and I hope those goats never escape. Please never let them free.
All right, so this is the penultimate level.
Ah. That's not
'Cause-
ultimate because there are pens in it. No, that's the second to last level.
Look, anytime I can say the word penultimate, I will say it.
You
It's a
can
great
literally
word.
say it anytime, Shrambles.
Well, it wouldn't be applicable. I can't just say this is the penultimate conversation that Brussentia and I are going to have, because that implies that the next time we speak will be the last.
Well, don't say that then. Talk about
Well,
other penultimate
You
things.
just said I could say at any time.
That's how language works. You can say words. Pee pee poo poo. You don't have to have a reason to say pee pee poo poo. You can just say it. Chad is saying you can't just say perchance. Yeah. Yeah, what are you, freaking Hamlet?
Does Hamlet say perchance?
Only in his famous monologue, to be or not to be, that is the question. Yeah. To die,
yeah, to sleep.
perchance,
Yeah.
to sleep. Yeah, hello? Who performs theater, huh?
Well, look, Shakespeare is essentially my white whale in terms of theater, because I never get cast to do any Shakespeare stuff.
They're like, you're not... Like, do you audition for Shakespeare stuff?
I have.
Why don't they cast you? Are they like,
I just
you talk to normal?
I just think it's just like there is a certain kind of just like typecastiness to Shakespeare that I don't fit that mold.
Well, just audition for the clown roles.
Well, even then,
Even then,
I don't fit the clown mold.
hey,
At least
everybody,
with my
Shrambles is not a good enough clown.
I mean,
Oh.
there's truth to that.
Oh no.
But that is another restart from Nervous. At this point, it's going to be very hard for our other three players to catch up to Darkblade at this point.
Dark Slash?
Dark. Look,
It's okay. Let's see if we got a
I'm-
pronunciation guide for Dark/88 here.
okay.
Okay.
My brain is very good at saying the thing that is a thesaurus reference. Like, I can think of every other word but the word that I need to say.
I will confirm we did not get a pronunciation guide for Dark/88, so you are allowed to pronounce the name however you would like.
This is a lesson to all future Kusogrand8 players. Always put a pronunciation guide for your name, even if it's obvious, so that we don't have the excuse to saying whatever we want for your name.
Yeah. Okay, let me just say that half of the names that got pronunciation guides are names that are extremely easy to read anyway, and I loved it. And then the ones that we put that specifically for some people that I'm like, I never know how to say your name. And we've talked about it multiple times on stream, and then they left it empty. They left it empty, Trambles. They probably did it on purpose to mess with me.
Yeah, I mean, like, if there is a recurring joke that would involve that, I probably would have done that too. Just for the easy comedy of it.
Yeah. Like Kerma7, they literally just wrote Kerma. Kerma.
Well, they
I guess
don't want
I
you to
said it
pronounce
wrong.
the
It's
7.
Kerma. I don't say the 7, I guess. Okay. Apologies, Kerma.
No sweat.
Nordic said Nordic. That's great. That's great. That's super freaking helpful. Pigeon Rat. They gave me the pronunciation of Pigeon Rat. They literally...
I mean, helpful. Very helpful. I don't see anything wrong with what these players have done.
Sarah Hyde wrote Sarah Hyde. Like, I'm dying here. I'm dying, and I love it. Like, thank you so much, everybody, for being freaking trolls in the submission. White Panther. You know what White Panther wrote?
White Panther? But like with the Y instead of the I? Are you pronouncing the Y in White Panther correctly, Presentia?
Yeah, it's pronounced as White Panther.
It sounds like you said it with an I. It sounds like you said it like White Panther, not White Panther. So two different pronunciations.
However, Yagamoth specifically said that the pronunciation is dingus, and I need to respect that. Okay, yeah, so every time I say Yagamoth chat, you need to correct me because it's dingus.
Okay, so if we look at the screen now of Dark Slash, we're at some very, very mean platforming, or at least plat dodging.
Oh, plat dodging.
Well, I mean, you're not jumping. I don't know how else to describe it.
I mean, that's fair.
And that's plat squishing.
What do I need to do? I'm just trying to think. Do I need to do anything else to get ready? No, I need to wait until the break. And then that's when I do the rest of my stuff. Yeah, this part appears to be the climax?
Well, there's still like another like level you'll select to get into it.
Poor Rachel, she's just the Rachel pancake.
Yeah, so this will be possibly a reset of this stage for Dark Slash. You know, so maybe I spoke too soon. There is maybe a chance Nervous can like catch up.
Maybe. Oh, Dark Slash, no. That is a game over for Dark Slash, but I don't know. The forest? How many levels behind is the forest?
Well, this isn't the forest. This is like the section after the ice section.
Oh.
So like there's
Then why
a
am I
lot of
seeing
different
trees?
like forests.
Why are there trees? This isn't a forest, says the guy as Rachel jumps through trees. Not a forest.
I would just, well, because like the first set of the levels was like ice level, and now there was like trees. I considered like the swinging vine level the forest level.
Okay.
And luckily, most of our players, like actually all of our players have gotten past that point, and they're all on this ice level except for Dark Slash, who is on like the construction zone.
Okay. Oh, this is the garden. I was going to say the arboretum. We're somewhere new. Yeah, Dark Slash is finally running into some difficulties here. Not a huge surprise. Like, this game does have some rough sections in it. But I don't know. There is a possibility that Dark Slash could finish it. But if they keep struggling, Nervous could potentially catch up. We'll have to see.
Yeah, Nervous has to basically really fly through the next few stages. They have this kind of skywalk section, then the train section, and then it'll be tight. It'll be really, really tight.
Yeah, as long as he keeps going, this is the time for everybody to make a push. They don't know where they are compared to each other, and because of that, you know, it's worth never giving up. Always keep trying.
Not again.
Not again! Okay, thank you, Rachel, for that insightful commentary. But yeah, Nervous has the potential. I don't think it's likely, but you never really know when it comes to these races. Never give up when you're playing. there is a possibility. I don't think Ski Hat, Ducky, or Curies will be able to catch up, and that's fine, you know? There's only one person from this match who's going to be moving on, so it doesn't matter if somebody struggles a lot more than everybody else, or if somebody has their own Achilles heel when it comes to Animorphs. That can happen, and, you know, even if you lose, technically you win because you no longer have to play our games.
That's what the benefit of Kusogrand8 is, that the real winners are the losers.
It's true, because the games usually just get worse from, I don't know, it's your mileage may vary, but they sometimes get significantly worse because our GMs tend to be sadistic like that. As for me, I whenever I give out a game, Shambles, it's usually just like, what do I want to watch today? What do I want to spend an hour talking about? And then that's what I give out. If I'm feeling like being evil, then I'm evil. If I feel like having a good laugh and having fun, then that's what we do. If I feel like not giving out a game, then I let other GMs sign up for the slot. Yeah, it's perfect.
Right. I'm always a big fan of having a laugh. And this game has gotten a lot of laughs today.
Yeah. Also, those, like, molten iron bucket
the
things.
Cheese?
They pour
the
so
of
fast.
Cheese?
Oh my gosh, it's like 7-Eleven nachos. Yeah.
Like, I think it is supposed to be like molten iron, but it's just cheese. It looks like cheese.
You gotta suspend your disbelief. Your name is Rachel and you're turning into a bear.
Your parents are just recently divorced. Like, it's a lot on your mind.
You're stuck in the 7-Eleven molten cheese factory. It's just, there are aliens crawling into people's ears, and it's just a terrible time to live, you know? But,
Yeah, I mean, I've been a teenager. It's a terrible time to live.
yeah, that's the 1920s for you, baby.
I was not a teenager in the 1920s.
Yeah, that's the 1920s for you, baby. Shambles not being a teenager, just 1920s things.
Yeah, I mean, that was the 1920s slogan, you know?
Shambles
I'm
ain't
the
no
reason why.
teenager.
Ain't no teenager in the 1920s. That Shambles. That's why there's the Roaring 20s and the Great Depression that happened right at the end.
Oh, was it sad because you weren't a teenager? That
I think it was
explains
sad
a lot.
because money stopped mattering at some point and it stopped having value.
Yeah. Yeah, that was an interesting time. Maybe we could go back to that.
Just the banks defaulting on all the people who had money in them, and so they
Well,
couldn't afford to live. That's
Okay, maybe not
I don't know
that
if I want to
part.
go back
maybe
to that
maybe
time.
not that part. Hey, look, it's better than having these fake coins that just... What are they? Animorph bucks?
Yeah, they're Anna nickels.
Enough already. Thank
Or
you,
Anna
Rachel.
dimes.
Anna
Anna
dime.
quarters.
I don't know. Anna needs to stop making this fake currency, though. Anna? Yeah.
At this point, I think our positions are going to be locked in. There's just not enough game for Nervous to catch up. Like, they'll have to make an incredible push here. Yeah, and it looks like...
Never give up. Keep trying. I mean, Nervous just beat that level. I don't think it's possible, but I'm not done. I'm watching. I'm here for the fun.
Yeah, and it looks like Dark Slash just watched the final, watched the cutscene at the end, knowing that they're not going to be able to catch back up to their spot. So we all got to see the wonderful "you game overed" cutscene. So big proops, huge proops for that.
Huge proofs to Dark Slash for letting us see the cutscene. Dark Slash collecting the shiny I don't know what that shiny does. Is it an extra life?
That is an extra life.
I'm glad that we're learning that 58 minutes into the match. Okay, that's what an extra
I
life
thought
looks
our
like.
astute chat noticed it while and then kind of just like marked it in their brain.
Oh no, nervous!
Our penultimate chat, really put it into their brain, perchance.
Thank you. What happened to Nervous during that, while the box moved? Nervous just kind of clipped into the side and then hovered to the top.
A lot of this game's collision is a suggestion. It just decides things from time to time. Are you standing on the spider, but that looks like it's actually just a claw, or is it a spider? Who knows? There's nothing actually holding those boxes up.
Whee! I mean, unless it's the spiders.
The spiders that can fly?
It's aliens! Of course they can fly!
I mean, maybe it's just spiders, though.
Yeah?
A spider with just 4 arms, though.
Oh no! Watch out, Dark Slash, the gear! It's sliding to you! Sliding to you, yeah. I have no brain left to give any insightful commentary, but luckily we only have 40 seconds left.
Yeah, I only have 40 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, I've got hours. Oh, no. Sympathies to the future GMs. Because it's not going uphill from here.
It's just going to be a nice, mellow, just a nice, breezy stream for the next 2 matches. That's all that I can hope for. And maybe more proops and pee-pee poo-poo mans will emerge.
The proops is in the pudding. Well, everybody, that is time.
The proops is in the pee-pee poo-poops.
Yeah, it could be. You never know. Don't look too closely. Well, that is time, and I think that we need to welcome Dark Slash in to come and chat, because Dark Slash is definitely the winner here. Nervous in a pretty close second between Ski Hat Ducky and Curie's third and fourth. I'm not exactly sure what the order is there. And honestly, they should all feel happy about how they did. I had a fantastic time, and I had some great laughs. Let me go ahead and message Dark Slash then. Yeah, how do you feel the players did?
I think they did very, very well. There was I had a thought that they might be able to finish this game, but it's difficult at that tail end, especially when you find out that lives save between your actual autosave, so you have to figure out a way to manage your lives at the same time of dealing with the weird, suggestive platforming. And welcome, Dark Slash. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, you are the winner, although Nervous was very close to catching up to you. Right towards the end, Nervous got to the city, and you still made it to the absolute worst section. She's doing push-ups now?
Oh, yeah, they have very good idle animations.
Okay, thank you, Rachel.
And all of the characters, I think, have their own unique idle animation, too.
I love it. That's this game is an absolute joy. I had a blast with this. Dark Slash, what about you? You played it. I just laughed. What's your experience with this? How was Animorphs Shattered Reality?
Honestly, it was pretty fun. The platforming, I mean, it's trolly, but the controls feel good. You can shorten your jumps, you can lengthen your jumps. It feels pretty good. And you mostly just follow coins and kill occasional enemies and jump a bunch. So it's kind of like a Mario game.
I love that. Yeah, there's not too much thinking. There aren't too many puzzles, even when you had to flip switches, it was basically go to the switch and then backtrack because things changed, and it was very obvious about what changed. Yeah, not too much guesswork, and I do think that there's a place for that. What about the voice acting and the music? The voices made me laugh quite a bit, but some of the music was genuinely pretty enjoyable.
The music was good. I was very surprised by some of their music choices, but all in all, pretty good music. voice acting. Don't know why it was in the game, but hey, we'll take it. It's pretty funny.
Some, yeah, like occasionally she said something, and I'm like, "Shut up, Rachel." We didn't like. It's not extremely insightful, but other times I was like, "Okay, I dig what you're talking about. Yeah, that's fine." Yeah, the voice acting wasn't necessarily the best, and that's fine. You don't have to have everything be absolutely stellar, you know? And in fact, I have a lot of love when it comes to campiness, and this game definitely delivered.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Was there anything that you think like was a big enough flaw that you had an issue with it, or did it end up being mostly tolerable?
Mostly tolerable. There was a couple of those jumps in, is it the jungle that had the tree branch platforming? Where
Oh, yeah.
the platform that you stand on is not exactly lined up with where the graphic is, which is a little jank. And this last section that I was trying to get through, it took me too long to realize that the things that push you away from the wall, that you can walk behind them and they just don't hurt you. So
You
there's
can
some
walk
jank things like
behind
that.
them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm glad you realized that because I didn't. Yeah.
How many levels are there in this game?
You were on the last
so
one.
You were on. So there's one more level after
fine,
the level
whatever.
you were on. So.
Oh, okay.
So like there's all of those levels, and then you have like the final level where you fight the boss, and the final level's not like the other ones where you have like a bunch of subsections within the levels. It's just like one level, if I recall correctly, and then you fight the boss.
I think
Yeah.
I might finish it then. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, you're really
pretty-
not that far away from the end. So you
You're very
definitely
close.
should. Well, Dark Slash, congratulations on your win here. You know, you needed that to stay in the tournament, so you get to move on to round 4 and suffer through another game. But I gotta ask, are you streaming anything else these days? Have stuff going on that people should know about?
I stream a lot of the Final Fantasy VI randomizer Beyond Chaos, and I'm kind of the head programmer for that right now. So
Oh, sweet.
I stream both the programming and the playing.
I didn't know you were the programmer for that. That's so freaking cool.
I would call myself the head coordinator because I'm really not very good at programming, but a lot of the community come out and help me. So I kind of just steer the ship and do what I can and try to just make progress. So.
Well, that's really cool. I think that's awesome. And randomizers are fantastic. I'm a little bit like, I know that a lot of people enjoyed playing them. I haven't played a lot, but I really need to give some a shot. I really do. It's fantastic what people have done with the various randomizers in this world, like for real.
Yeah, they're just nice ways to play old games with a new coat of paint or a new way to play.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just a new experience for something that you love.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Athena randomizer when? Never. We are never, ever doing that, chat. Don't even ask. I am personally offended, honestly. Because I can be offended by somebody asking a question like that. Well, thank you so much, Dark Slash. This was a hoot and a holler. I really enjoyed it. And Shrambles, thank you for giving this game out. I very much enjoyed it.
I had a fun time going places with you during this match, Rosentia.
Yeah, that was fun. All right, we'll see you later then. Take care, both of you.
See you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya. All right, everybody, I am going to go ahead and run to a quick ad. Y'all can stand up, stretch your legs, stretch your knees, stretch your butts, and then we will be back in a couple minutes for game number 3 of 4. Stay tuned. I know we're back. Give me a second. Don't listen to me. Don't say anything, chat. Stay silent.